With 2011 being the 400th anniversary of the King James Bible, Brigham Young University Religious Studies leading scholars discuss the Bible from an academic and Latter-day Saint view. Dr. Kent P. Jackson, a leading scholar in the study of the King James Version, discussed the beginning stages of the KJV.
At the time of Joseph Smith's birth in English-speaking America, the King James Bible was the Bible.
According to Dr. Kent P. Jackson, people who lived during the time of Joseph Smith commonly used the King James Bible.
Very few had ever heard of the existence of other English translations, nor did people know or care about their Bible's origin or history. Americans didn't even call it the King James Version, a title that became popular much later. They called it the Bible. By the time of the prophet's death, however, the idea of new translations had entered the American consciousness.
Dr. Jackson clarified the great debate of the 16th century, the accuracy of the King James translation, by discussing other American Bible translators of that time.
The translators of the King James Bible, the in-house product of the highly authoritarian Church of England, deliberately or innocently selected words to protect the Church's interests, rather than to render meanings that the original authors intended. Abner Kneeland, a Universalist, published his translation of the New Testament in 1823. Kneeland was well versed in the emerging science of New Testament textual criticism and believed that other Greek texts were superior to those used for the King James Version. In his preface, he expressed concern over the translation of the Greek word Hades, the world of departed spirits, what we Latter-day Saints call the spirit world, where we go when we die. Rather than using the word hell, which has a lot of medieval baggage attached to it, as is used in the King James Bible, he transliterated it as Hades. Alexander Campbell, a leader in the Reformed Baptist movement in America, first published his translation of the New Testament in 1826. The most well-known aspect of Campbell's translation, the use of immerse and immersion in place of baptize and baptism, was for him neither an innovation nor a sectarian interjection. It was simply a case of translating the Greek words as they were intended to be understood.
Dr. Jackson said Joseph Smith needed an English version of the Bible in order to bring about the restoration of the church.
Book of Mormon writers knew that people in the latter days would have the Bible before they would have the Book of Mormon. They tell us that. And as the restoration would take place in an English-speaking country, there needed to be an English Bible, and it needed to be in the hands of ordinary people. Joseph Smith's new translation of the Bible builds on the King James translation, but suggests that all biblical manuscripts known today lack significant material once found in original documents. Not surprisingly, none of the new translations published during the lifetime of Joseph Smith is still in use today. The King James Bible continued to reign supreme for another century and a half. Today, it is no longer the top-selling Bible in English, but it will always be the most important historically and the one that underlies the restoration. Thank you.